Hey folks, Eric and Pam Galt here from Century 21.
Hello.
We are doing an A Myth Monday. It is Monday, so it's time for a myth.
And it's not just a Myth Monday. It's Myth Monday number 4.
Cuatro. So what are we talking about this week?
Well, this week we decided that we would bring up pre-approvals and the myth that surrounds pre-approvals. So the myth...
I've been pre-approved.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. The pre-approval myth is all pre-approvals are created equal.
Are they?
They are not.
They are not.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah. I'm going to share one example of some pre-approval. So if you don't get a pre-approval, like if you go online and you get a pre-approval and it takes like 6 clicks.
Because your phone probably heard you talking about how, what's a pre-approval? And then the next time you go on, you're like, hey, look, here's a pre-approval app calculator.
If the pre-approval was Google spying on you, it's probably not. So if you haven't submitted any paperwork or talked to a real person,
Although it
not
can
worth
be,
much.
it can be a great way to begin the process
Sure.
to see, like, is this somewhere where we want to go? Yes, but then you need to go talk to a person and get an actual pre-approval.
Good call.
Sorry, keep
Good
going.
call. No.
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
That's fair. And I'm going to share one quick story, and then maybe you can talk about some of the emotional experiences that
Yeah.
people may have if they don't do things in the right order. Don't put the horses in front of the cart. So I had one person in particular, and I've been doing real estate for a little while at this point, so there was some red flags that popped up in my mind, but they were like, yeah, I was pre-approved with this bank, such and such. I'm not going to share it. But they were like a part-time Ice Cube salesman in Grand Prairie, or the equivalent of, like basically weren't making a ton of money. And they were like, yeah, no, I'm approved for $550,000. I checked with such and such bank, and I was like, not that I'm judging that, but that just didn't seem in line with other people's income and what they were approved for. And I was like, can you, verify that for me? And so, they're like, well, here, I got this piece of paper, whatever, this thing online. And I was like, okay. But then I sent them to one of my mortgage brokers, and they were still pre-approved for, more in line with what a part-time used Ice Cube salesman was for. And they were able to buy something, but ultimately we really had to refocus where they were planning on buying a house or what kind of a home they were going to purchase, because it was an unrealistic expectation, and really nobody had checked anything. When they went to a proper mortgage broker or bank who had actually looked at some of their financials instead of just random numbers kind of taken off of what they might think off the internet, the reality was quite a bit different. So,
Well, and that sets them up for a lot of sadness. This is where
go ahead. No, yeah, that's
like,
exactly.
If you go and get pre-approved for $1 million and then you find out later on that turns out it's actually closer to $350,000 that you can get for a house, it's a significantly different kind of house. So your dreams become, it's sad. And we just don't want you to be sad.
Yeah, we just want you to be prepared from the outset. So,
And it's just such a smoother, like, emotional path, because buying a house is, well, I'm a thinker who thinks with her feelings.
I was going to say more of an emotional thinker.
I think
a feeler.
I'm a feeler, but I try to add the word thinking in there sometimes. But I'm a feeler, and so if I feel like, I just don't ever want anyone to be going down that road.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, your time's valuable, so you don't want to go spending a whole bunch of time looking at a whole bunch of places. My time's valuable. I don't want to be wasting my time if you can't buy that place. And the sellers, they got to get out of their house. They got to clean their house. We basically, we just want to make sure that we're doing something that we're going to be able to follow through with to the end, especially in this time. Every year that I've been in real estate, it gets a little bit harder to get people approved. Things are, you got to have all your ducks in a row, got to have paperwork done and that sort of thing, which is not a bad thing. We just don't want to kind of have
Put
people
the horse
unprepared.
before the cart.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So that's the myth busted.
Myth busted.
And
not all myths are myths. Not all pre-approvals are created equal.
Well, that's right. And we can help with directing you to somebody who can give you a legitimate pre-approval and something
And not someone who's way far in another country who doesn't know the local area.
Right. They need to know exactly. Or even another region. They need to know Grand Prairie area and how things work around here. So as buying agents, we definitely can help you with that.